Hi everybody, Dawid Podsiadło, all the way from Poland, is the person that you are going to be wowed by. Really, really, truly. And this is an award-winning song, Mori, and it's kind of you'll find EDM kind of influences in the music, but don't be disparaged, don't be thinking, no, it's not my kind of music, stay tuned. It's very beautiful, it's award-winning for a lot of reasons, and I'll tell you those reasons right now. Mori is the third single of Polish singer Dawid Podsiadło from his fourth studio album entitled Latter 20s. The single was released in February 2023. The song is nominated for the Polish Pornographic Industries Frederick Award in the Song of the Year category. Now, the Frederick Award is a music awards awarded in Poland since 1995, and they've been awarded by the Academy of Phonographic, established by the Association of Audiovisual Producers, and it consists of over 1,000 artists, musicians, journalists, professionals who come together and they decide who will win. Imagine this single is up for that, and the song itself in the category. The composition was ranked first in the OLIA, so it's OLIA list, which is a weekly airplay chart classifying the 100 most popular music tracks on radio and television stations in Poland. So imagine. And the most frequently played songs on Polish radio stations. The recording received the status of double diamond single, which are sales in the music industry, a system of awards widely used in the world for the sale of music recordings. In Poland itself, exceeding 500,000 copies sold since it was released. What is all the fuss is about? We'll tell you now in a minute. It was written and composed by Dawid, who is also responsible for producing the song. And the single was placed on the fourth studio album, 20s, and he presented the song during the Betlejewska Empik 2022 Gala. That's when it was first performed, which are awards for best-selling books, films, CDs, a ceremony for that. So let's just sit back and savor this award-winning song. Congratulations, Dawid. I wish you all the best, and welcome to my channel, by the way.
Muszę iść, już mnie tam wołają i zimno dziś, a chciałem trochę dłużej podtrzymać dłoń, czuć jak płynie przyjemny prąd. A co jeżeli nie chcę, jeśli zrobię bunt? Weźcie się, nie spieszcie, proszę was o luz. Łamie mi się serce, pali mi się grunt. Błagam, jeszcze nie chcę, jeszcze kilka słów. A jeśli już, to wezmę tam ze sobą bukiet róż. Przy bramie będę czekał, patrząc w dół. Ty w wolnej chwili czasem na mnie spójrz. A jeśli już, to nie martw się, pamiętam każdy dzień. A miejsce będzie zawsze obok mnie. Czekać aż i ty dołączysz tu. Nie wolno mi zwlekać chwili dłużej, tu straszny ścisk. Mieliście przyjść później, ja płynę i biorą mnie gdzieś daleko stąd. A co jeśli ja nie chcę? Jeśli zrobię bunt, innych sobie bierzcie. Ja zostanę tu, czuję twoje serce. Nie chcesz się przestać tuc. Błagam chwilę jeszcze kilka słów. A jeśli już, to wezmę tam ze sobą bukiet róż. Przy bramie będę czekał, patrząc w dół. Ty w wolnej chwili czasem na mnie spójrz. A jeśli już, to nie martw się, pamiętam każdy dzień. A miejsce będzie zawsze obok mnie. Czekać aż i ty dołączysz tu.
Well, that was my introduction to the Polish music genius that is Dawid Podsiadło, and I hope you enjoyed that. I think he's just incredible, I really do.
Dawid Podsiadło.
And I hope you enjoyed that by Dawid Podsiadło. It's hard to pronounce the surname, but Dawid, I'm going to call you Dawid. Absolutely phenomenal, and justifiably deserved. It's one of those songs that he's described, and I'm going to give you his description of his own song. And he says this: I began writing the lyrics when a certain thought wouldn't let me fall asleep. I've never cried while creating lyrics for a song. Mori is so far special in this aspect. In short, I'd say this is a certain kind of epitaph, and although it's quite sad to get through, ultimately my intentions were to fill hearts with acceptance and peace to live every day. And that is why you see that somberness in the video. You know, it's black and white, it's empty. It's to create that peacefulness. It's to create that space that the mind needs and the body needs to heal. But is that what the lyrics are about? Let's listen to what I'm going to say about the lyrics. It begins, I have to go, they're calling me over there already. It's cold today. I wanted to hold your hand a little longer. I can feel a pleasant jolt coursing through it. So when it talks about jolt, it talks about the pulse. So when you're holding the hand of somebody that you love, it's cold. And I have to go, they're calling me over there already. Where is he going? Because the clouds are grey, and it's like you see the old man walking the bridge. We all walk bridges in life, but we never know where it takes us to. And that's very symbolic, the bridge, the man. It could be representative of him in years to come, his future. As I grow older, I'm going to be crossing many bridges. Because it continues, but to hold your hand a little longer, I can feel a pleasant jolt. Whose hand is he holding? Whose heartbeat does he feel through the hand? We'll continue. But what if I don't want to? What if I revolt? Stop hurrying so much. I ask you for some leeway. My heart is breaking. The ground is burning. I beg. I don't want to yet. Just a few more words. So he's pushing away from something. He's talking about, you know, when you go back to what he said about the lyrics themselves, it's a certain thought that wouldn't let me fall asleep. It's a certain kind of epitaph. What epitaph is he talking about? And it's quite sad to get through. So he's struggling in the lyrics here. He's trying to get through something, and it's leaving somebody. Is it a friend? Is it a relative? Is it a loved one? We've all been in that situation, haven't we? Where we don't want to leave somebody, but life forces us, like that gentleman crossing the bridge, an older version of ourselves to cross that bridge in life to the next point, up the ladder, towards whatever will be, will be. But words and emotions and holding somebody special makes it harder when you know you have to break away to go and live your life. Because it continues, if it has to be now, then I'll bring me a bouquet of roses. I'll wait at the gates while looking down. So in other words, if he has to leave right now, that person, and knowing that he has to, he's going to die emotionally, a death. And he's going to rise, the spirits will rise to the heavens, but he'll bring roses with him and look down and throw them down. It's very symbolic. And then it says, sorry for any noises if you hear them, I'll wait at the gates while looking down. Look at me sometimes when you have the time. And if it has to be now, then don't worry, I remember every day. There will always be a place next to me, waiting for you to join me here. So he's died emotionally. That's the bridge, the emptiness going to a place. The city was empty. The video's coming together now. Is he dead or is he alive? Is it emotions or is it physical? Or is it both because the relationship is broken up, because his life moved on? We'll continue. I'm not allowed to delay any longer. This horrible pressure was supposed to come later, but I'm swimming and they're taking me somewhere far away. So again, when they say he's swimming in his own emotions and he's going somewhere. Where is he going to? But what if I don't want to? What if I revolt? You can take others. He's giving his blessing to this person. Look, my life's going this way, yours is still here. So it's like the bridge between two cities. Yours is there, mine is taking me across this bridge into a new venture. I'll grow old crossing many bridges, but obviously you want to stay where you are. But don't be on your own, go and meet somebody else, is what he's saying. I can feel your heart, it doesn't want to stop beating. I beg, just a moment longer, just a few more words. So he's holding on to that final goodbye. He's obviously said goodbye. He's obviously moved on. He's crossing that bridge and life has moved on for him. But if it has to be now, then he says, I'll bring with me a bouquet of roses. So the symbolism again, that he'll die emotionally the minute he walks away, knowing what he's left behind, true love. And when life pulls us away from a true love, we do die a death, because your biggest fear is, am I now going to be alone in life? Will that ever happen to me again? I've given my blessing to my partner, go and find happiness. But will I find it? We never know. Because it says, and if it has to be now, then don't worry. I'll remember every day. There will always be a place next to me, waiting for you to join me. So in other words, if things don't work out, but things work out for him, and he's on this journey, and the other person wants to join him, he'll not say no. There'll be a place. But the question is, if that happens in life, that's very romantic, it's very nice, it's very ooey, that's to relieve your, I don't know, feel good factor, but it's not reality. If you move on, the other person stays behind and is gone. That's reality. Because he says, I'm going back home, going back home, going back home, repeating. And you see the man crossing the bridge. And there's an old saying, home is where the heart is. But in this song, that heart hasn't found its home, hasn't found its place. It's on a journey. And aren't we all on journeys in life? I just wish all of you out there who's on a journey the very best. And I hope you find wherever that bridge is taking you to a place of happiness. Okay? I love the video, symbolism, the song. It's poignant. David, welcome. Thank you for the music. Take care.